Hey Mindset Community, Dr. Ellen here, coming to you today with your next workout. Alright, as you can see, we are not in the gym. It is too beautiful outside today, so we wanted to make sure to bring the outside to you. So we've got some special guests, our peepers, our frogs out the back, and then you never know, we might catch some birds, some cats, a dog might come through here, maybe some sandhill cranes. We even had some eagles fly over not too long ago, so you just never know. So let's figure it out. So today we're going to discuss hip flexors, okay? So those are these muscles right in the front that kind of get a bad rap. They tend to be very tight on people and cause a lot of problems. However, when they're really tight, they also become very, very weak. So what we need to do is work on the mobility and the stability of these tissues because they do play a functional role with regards to the back and the pelvis and posture, and even part of the hip flexors actually anchor on the back of the diaphragm. So their ability to affect lots of structures is pretty amazing. So today you're going to need a can, maybe a pillow if you're on a hard surface like I am, and then we're going to need a chair. And then the rest we're going to get going for here as we start. So go ahead and grab those materials if you don't have them already. And then if you do and you're ready to roll, we're going to start on the chair. So how the warm-up's going to work today is we're going to do 20 we call body tucks in sitting in the chair. Then we're going to do a little bit of hip mobility. Then we're going to come back and do 15 body tucks. Then we're going to do some hip mobility. Then we're going to come back and do 10 body tucks. And then we'll come back and do a little bit of hip mobility. So it's going to kind of be a push and a pull and a push and a pull in this beginning. From that point on, we'll go jump into our dynamic flexibility workout, and then we'll actually begin the workout of the day. All right, so you should be ready to go. We're going to start in the chair with these body tucks. There's multiple different names for this, but we're going to sit on the edge of the chair. Level 1 for this, if you're just starting out with some of these motions, we're going to even with our arms out wide, and you're going to bring one leg up at a time. Okay? If you are level 2, you're going to bring 2 legs up, but back to the ground in between. If you're level 3, you're going to stay up the whole time. Okay, and see if you can do that. Okay, so we're going to start now. We're going to go for 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. So now if you needed a break in there, you take one. The next thing we're going to do is a deep squat mobilization. So some people you may want to hold on as you get down into the deep squat. Do what you can. Other times I have people hold on when they do this, or hands on the ground, hands on the chair, things like that. But ultimately you want to try to get deep into a squat with your feet pointing straight, as straight as is comfortable. Okay, knees are outside of our feet. So we're just kind of exploring this position. Nothing should hurt, but we don't spend a ton of time in a deep squat very often, but we should. This is really good for our hips. It's great for our back, but if you're in this position, keep your chest up so that we know we're not bending and grabbing motion from our lumbar spine. Okay? We're just gonna hang here for about another, 10, 15 seconds. You can see me, I'm kind of shifting around, exploring this position to try to see where any tight spots are or where I've got any resistance. So it's good to check in with this position because not only you want to get better at it, but also it's a good barometer to see if you've got any tight spots, okay? So we should be good to go there. Now we're going to come back to our body tucks. We've got 15 to get. Remember, level 1 is like so, level 2, and then level 3, we're up the whole time. Okay, ready? We're going to go 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Now we're going to drop into dragon, which we've done this before. The front knee and shin should be vertical. My hands are right next to my leg, and I straighten my back leg as much as I comfortably can. Okay, I want you to stay right where you are, but I'm gonna switch feet so that you can see both sides. Okay, remember shin is vertical, arms are right in line with the shin, my shoulder is over my hands. And you should just be comfortable resting in this position. You might feel some tightness in the front hip. You also might feel a stretch in the front of the back hip. All of that is okay. So just stay right where you are, kind of again, exploring that position, searching for any tight spots, just fishing around, hunting for that resistance. Okay, the next thing, don't do the other side, we're gonna come back to it. We've got 10 more tucks. Level 1, level 2, level 3 stays up the whole time. All right, here we go. 1, 10 we got, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, a lot of you are feeling that tension and the burn in the front of the legs. So while we switch and stretch the other leg, let's talk a little bit about the hip flexor anatomy. So hip flexors are those muscles on the front of the leg and the front of the body that bring the knee towards the chest, okay? And they're really important because some of them attach on the front of your back. So when they are very tight, and they are very big, they will actually pull your lumbar spine out of position. And then that makes your ability to generate core stability very difficult. So what we're going to do today is not only check in with them to see are they weak, but I can almost guarantee you they're tight. So at the end of the day, we're going to spend a decent amount of time on mobility in that area, because now that you're starting to get more active and more flexible and things like that, that's an area I want you to be able to check in with yourself to have some, baseline information for. Okay? So you should have nice warmth right now into the pelvis and into the hips. So let's begin our dynamic flexibility. We're going to start with our soldier march. If you've been with us before, you've done this before. So you're going to reach a straight leg up to your opposite hand. Just keep going. We don't want to take any motion from our lumbar spine. So we shouldn't see a significant amount of rounding of the back or dropping of the rib cage and chest. We want to keep that nice and high as you continue to alternate each side. Good job. Let's do 2 more each side. There's 1 and 1, 2 and 2. Good. The next one is a knee hug. Okay? You're going to try to bring your knee up to your chest as far as you can. Okay? We're going to do that a few times on each side. Really opening up that hip complex. So we're stretching the front of the bottom leg, and then obviously we're bringing up into full flexion on the side of the bent leg. Good job. Keep going. Get an ankle twist and roll in there if you want. Usually that's my time to do those. If you're a little tough on the balance side, do it right next to a countertop or a chair, something along those lines. Let's do 1 more each side. Good. All right, now we're going to go into our lunge series. So you're going to step back into a lunge. As we've reviewed, knee is outside of the ankle and behind the toes. You're going to gently rotate and explore over your front leg. Good. Other side. Step back into your lunge, get your alignment, and then rotate and explore over the other front leg. We're going to do that 5 on each side. So this is number 2. Nice and slow. Number 3. I'm sorry, number 2 on this side. Number 3. 3. 4. going pretty slow here, as you can feel, because the point is warm up, right? Point is at speed right now. One more on each side. Good. Very good. All right, the next one is that lunge with an overhead reach and body elongation. So as you reach your hands up in that lunge, I want you to sink your body down to really separate the two. Just like you had a piece of Play-Doh and you were separating and stretching it apart. Okay? So we've got our one leg in the front. Hands are going to come up as our body drops. Other foot. Hands come up as the body drops. That's two. Or that's one, I'm sorry, on each. That's two. And two. Three. Three. Four. And four. 5, sinking, and 5. Good. Next is the inchworm. So we're going to start standing. Okay, I'm sorry, we're going to start in a plank, and then we're going to walk our feet up as high as we can, keeping our knees straight to get a stretch down the entire posterior chain. Okay, so it'll look like this. We start in a plank. We're going to inch all the way up as far as we can. Feel that stretch, and then we're going to come back. Okay, we're going to do 5 more of those. Walk the toes. And back down. That's 1. That's 2. There's 3. So this should be 5. Good. All right. Everybody warm? I'm super warm. It's beautiful sunshine helps with that too. All right. So now it's time for our workout. You guys should be nice and ready to roll. All right. So let's talk about it. Today is 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We have about 5 different exercises, and we're going to run through this 3 rounds. So just as a review, 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest in between as we switch, okay? We're gonna do that on 5 exercises, 3 rounds total, all right? So the first exercise is called a squat lunge flow. So you're gonna start in a squat, step back to a lunge, come up, stand up. Squat, lunge, and stand up. Squat, lunge, stand up. You'll notice I'm switching each time. Okay, so that's going to be number 1. Let me check my list here. Yes. Number 2 is speed skaters. But the first round we do speed skaters, I need you to focus on your landing. Okay? So I really want you to stick it. Okay? So we're going to come over here, stick it. Woo! Get your balance. Stick it. Stick it. So it's much more about control. All right, we'll talk about the different variations in just a second. The next one is called bird dog with a reverse fly. So bird dog is hands and knees. As we straighten my left leg, I'm going to raise my right arm out to the side with a little weight if you want. Okay, we'll do that for 40 seconds and then we switch. And then the last thing we do is speed skaters for speed. Okay, so let's break each of those down. The first one is our squat lunge flow. Level 1, you can stay right here in a squat. Okay, level 2, you can squat, step back into a lunge, and then if you need to, help on the way up. Okay, you can also use a chair. or a wall or something else for some stability. But if you want to get that step back, that's how you do. But ultimately, this is staying low, so this is hard. Okay? Option number 3 is the squat low, step low version. Okay? So if you need any help on that, again, don't be afraid to grab a wall, a chair, something along those lines. Speed skaters. Level 1 is just a step and get your balance. Step and get your balance. Okay? Then level 2, which is the harder one, is a little hop, get your balance. Little hop, get your balance. Then level 3 is a full body jump. Don't land like that, but get your balance. Okay? Bird dogs. Hands and knees. Weight is optional. Okay? When you're in this position, you can do just leg. You can do just arm and go forward to make it easier. Or you can do the both. If you want to make it the more difficult version, I'm going to show you on the other side. That's when you would do the leg and the arm. Okay. All right. So you got a couple different versions on that. And then the last one, as far as the speed skaters go for speed, you can just step in place. Step together, step tap, that version. Or you can do a little hop, little hop, little hop. Or you can do the full level 3 right there. Okay? So get whatever you need, get your situation set up. I'm going to put mine a little bit like this, just so you can see me. All right? And then we're going to set our timers to get ready to go. So we're going to use, since we're not in the gym today, we're going to use a loud alarm. So just in case anybody is interested, there are lots of free apps out there for interval timing. So it's really easy to do this at home if you don't have this video going, or you want to do something, you want to learn those movements that we have written below the videos and then do this on your own. That's okay too. But at least then you have the programming and the variations so that you know how to fit yourself best. All right? So let's get this set here. All right, we're going to start here with our squat lunge flow in about 8 seconds. Okay, remember we got 3 rounds of these, so hang with it, do what you can when you can. When you need a break, take a break. All right, so there's our first beep. We're gonna step back, step into a lunge, stay in a squat, come up. Squat, lunge, squat, come up. Squat, lunge, squat, come up. Squat, lunge. Good job, keep going. Squat, lunge, squat, come up. Squat, lunge, come up. 15 seconds. Squat, lunge, squat, come up. You're doing great. Okay, that was the beep. Pause with me for 1 second. I'm gonna make this a little bit louder so you guys can hear it a little better too. Now we've got these speed skaters sticking our landings, okay? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stick your landings. Stick your landings. This is the point. Control your breath. Woo. Breath and balance. You'll notice my arms here. Those can be really important for not only stability, but also power. So see if you can include those if you're good. 4 seconds. After this, good job. We have bird dog. I'm going to put the can in my right hand to start. So therefore, I'm going to lift my left leg. Okay? And this is about control. 40 seconds is a long time. Keep your breathing. Don't hold your breath here. And if you can, tuck your chin so the skin on your back of your neck doesn't have any wrinkles in it. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Okay. I am doing right leg, left hand. Let's go. Find your rhythm, find your version, and let's go. Remember, chin is in. We're breathing nicely. After this, we've got speed skaters for speed, not for sticking the landing. We're going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. Almost done. Good. All right, now we've got speed skaters for speed. Whew. I'm feeling it already. Good job, everybody. 2, 1, here we go. Land and go. Remember, you can step and tap or little hops. That's fine. But if you can, go bigger. Find the right version for you and stick with it. 15 seconds. After this, we're going into round 2. And we got our squat lunge flow. As you can see, this one builds. Here we go. 5 seconds. Good. All right, 10-second, catch your breath, slow your heart rate, slow your breathing rate. Find the comfy place. Here we go. Squat, lunge, squat, return, squat, lunge. Squat, lunge, squat, return. You'll notice my hands. If you want to get your arms into it, you do the opposite arm. So if my one arm is staying up, the opposite leg should be up. Good job. All right, slow speed skaters. We want control. All right? So we're gonna stick our landings. Go. Stick your landing. Woo, stick your landing. Doing great, everybody. You'll notice I initiate, woo, recover, with my arms, right? Actually load at the hip, and then I use my arms to help generate some of that force. 10 seconds. Good job. 2, 1, rest. Whew. Now we got bird dogs. Throw from the side. Okay, I'm doing right arm, left leg. And remember, if you need to change your variation and drop down to just the leg or just the arm or no weight, then do that. Do what's right for you and what your body gives you feedback for. Whew. Almost done, guys. Good job. Stay here. Show you from a slightly different angle. All right, we're gonna stay here. Now I'm doing right leg, left hand. Okay. And remember, going faster on this is not better. Find a nice, comfy speed that you can sustain and maintain. After this, we got speed skaters for speed. Nice. Speed skaters for speed, y'all. Happy sunny day. Here we go. Going for speed. Remember, you can keep going if you're going fast. You can also do this. You can step tap if you need to, or you can just do the side to side to side. That's fine. Basically, I need lateral movement with a little bit of agility, right? Here's fine. Whatever works for you is right. Okay, after this, we're starting round 3. You're almost there, guys. I'm really proud of you. Speed skaters if you can. 5 seconds. Good job. Squat, lunge, flow. Do what you can, even if you just get up and down off of that chair. That's fine. Whatever you need. Squat, lunge, squat, return. And remember, oops, sorry, I jumped a little gun there. If you can get the arms in there too, that would be great. Squat, lunge, return, squat, lunge. I almost have to say this for me. There's so many parts here, right? Squat, lunge, squat, return. Almost done. Last round, probably. Oh, good. We did a speed skater for that landing. Okay, so stick your landings, get that good control. If this is your last round, push yourself. Really jump far and really force yourself to try to stick that landing. See if one leg's better than another. All right? Whee! Don't fall off the deck. 20 seconds. Control. Good job, everybody. Control. After this, we got our bird dogs. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bird dogs are next. Okay. Remember, chins are in. Okay. Got our good form. I'm doing right hand, left leg. Don't hold your breath. If you can recover your breathing here, that would be amazing. This is called active recovery if you can. Good, switch sides. Go to the other side, my pillow's a little big. I've got right leg, left hand, okay? After this, we've got speed skaters for speed. And then we're done. Well, we're not done, but we're done with this WOD. And then we'll go into our mobility and our cool down. Almost there. Buzzer's gotta be close. It's gotta be. All right. Speed skaters for speed, y'all. Challenge yourself. This is the last 40 seconds. Let's see what we got. Okay? Here we go. I should be going faster, huh? Keep the speed. 30 seconds. Remember, you can do short. You can do this for all I care. I just need you moving. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Great job, everybody. Come on. 5 seconds. And done. Okay, get your water. Catch your breath. Begin to slow that heart rate. Move some of the stuff out of the way. Get your pad or your pillow down. And meet me here in half kneeling, which means one knee is down, the other knee is up. Slow that heart rate. Remember, before we do our hip flexors, we want to slow our breathing a little bit, because that hip flexor does have attachments to our diaphragm. So if our diaphragm is spazzing out because we're not breathing, then our ability to stretch our hip flexors starts to go down. So we've talked before that this is the time when you need to calm your nervous system. Let your body know this is good stress. It's not one that we need a fight or flight response from. We don't need to release cortisol for this. We need to release endorphins for this, right? Okay, so our breathing rate should be slowing. Our heart rate should be lowering. We should still have a ways to go, but at least we're trending in the right direction. So now once we've gotten to this position, we're gonna have you tuck your hips or tuck your pelvis underneath you as if you had a tail and you were tucking that tail between your legs, okay? So from the side, it'll look like this. So you see how that tucks under? And by doing that, you should feel a pretty good stretch here. Should be very comfortable, nothing too extreme. Now in this position, if you need a little bit of balance help, you can use a chair, your couch, or an ottoman or table, whatever you got right around you. We just don't want you leaning onto the hands. So it should be there for balance help, but I need you to stay stacked or aligned. All right, so we're back to this position. I want you to tuck that pelvis again to get your stretch. Now, squeeze your glutes here, especially the one belonging to this bottom leg. You should feel that intensity come up again. All right, we're gonna stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now relax the tuck and the squeeze of the glutes. Relax them both. Okay, so that's, first we did layer 1, and then we added layer 2 with the glute squeeze. Okay, now we're gonna add layer 3. So we're gonna layer them on in order so that we are organized. So we're gonna tuck, we're gonna squeeze, and then you're gonna hold layer 1 and 2 and gently lean forward. That's about as far as I can go. It's just like millimeters here, folks. We're gonna hold that for 10, 9, 8, hold the butt squeeze, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're staying on this leg. You stay where you are, but I want you to see we're gonna do that sequence again. We're gonna tuck, we're gonna squeeze, then we're gonna shift our weight forward. Good. Hold that, hold the butt, hold the lean, everything for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax it all. Good job. Okay, shake it out, switch sides. Okay, now one side might be more flexible than another, and that's okay. That would be normal on folks, so just don't necessarily associate that with any pathology or any sort of dysfunction. All right, so level 1, we're gonna tuck our pelvis. I want you to feel that resistance in the front of the bottom leg. Go ahead and add layer 2, which is squeeze that butt, that glute. Squeeze that for me. Hold that, just layer 1 and 2 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax it all, release everything. I'll show you again from this side. We're gonna tuck, we're gonna squeeze, and now we're gonna add that little bit of forward shifting of our weight. And we're gonna hold that now. Hold layer 1, squeeze the glutes for layer 2, Layer 3 is just that slight lean for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it. We're going to do that one more time in this position. Okay? So we've got our tuck, we've got our squeeze, and now we've got our slight lean. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, hold it all, hold this glute, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Go back to the other leg. Okay, I'm going to show you from the side. Now we're going to switch what layer 3 is. Okay, because when I say hip flexors, that's plural, right? So there's more than one hip flexor in our body, not just on one side, or even on one side, excuse me. So in order to tease out the differences between the two, you have to take into consideration the anatomy of the different ones. So this is why this is going to feel differently. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tuck our pelvis, we're going to squeeze our glutes, and then we're going to do something called a forward fold, but I want you to think about doing it like a rag doll, meaning I want you to fold your vertebrae one at a time, top to bottom, as you come down your spine. So it'll look like this. We'll tuck, we'll squeeze, and then I'm going to begin to fold on myself. Now I've got a pretty strong stretch right here, right now. Okay, we're going to hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it all. Now the biggest error people make here is they fold forward towards their other knee. I want you to keep your weight here and almost like you're trying to fold onto your bottom leg. Okay, so don't let your weight shift forward or else you won't feel this stretch. So we're going to do it again. Layer 1, tuck. Layer 2, squeeze. Layer 3, begin that folding process. Woo! It's lighting me up here. Wah! Hold that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, good job. Now the reason why this works is, like we said, one of our hip flexors attaches to the front of our spine. So when it pulls, it actually pulls you into a pregnant lady position. Okay? So you've probably seen people doing this stretch. I mean, you can see how much further I can go, but I'm not actually stretching the hip flexor there because I'm putting slack on the other end. So when you want to stretch something, you have to anchor one end and then pull, not just drag it with you when you go into that movement. So let's switch sides. All right. Layer 1, we've got our tuck. Layer 2, we've got our glute squeeze. Layer 3, we're going to forward fold. Good. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. You're learning all sorts of stuff about your hip flexors today. Let's do that one more time so we even ourselves out. Okay? So we're going to do our same. Tuck, squeeze, and then fold, keeping your weight back. Almost trying to round or fold and flex your lumbar spine to really stretch the other end. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release everything. Good. All right, let's do just a little bit more mobility, and then we'll get you guys out of here. So we're going to go back to half kneeling, but this time we're going to put our hands on the ground into what we call tripod. So my hands should be in line with my shin and under my shoulder. Okay, so from the side, it will look like so. Now in this position, I want you to, again, fish around for that resistance. You might feel it in the top leg. You might slightly feel something in the bottom leg as well. Whatever feels good is okay. If it's painful, get something to lift the ground to you, like a box or a chair or something, so you're not so far deep into the range of motion. So from here, either from the floor or from a box or a stool or a chair, whatever you need, your inside hand is going to float to the sky. And then you're going to bring that down. Now your outside hand is going to float to the sky. This will be tighter, and that's okay. Good, bring it down. Float inside hand to the sky again. Bring that back down. Last thing here is you're going to sit back if you can to get a stretch on the back of your front leg in a hamstring stretch. Remember, you can be on a table or a box here, whatever is comfortable. In this position, we're not only stretching out the toes and the foot and the ankle of the back leg, but we're also stretching out the posterior chain of the straight leg. Okay, remember, you can be down or you can be up. When you're ready, shift forward back here and switch your legs. Okay, so shin is vertical, hands are just inside. Shoulders are over my hands. Float the inside arm to the sky. Bring it down. Outside hand floats to the sky. Bring it down. Inside hand floats up. Hand returns to the ground. And you're going to sit back to get a stretch in this back of the straight leg. This should be comfortable. We don't want anything hurting here. Shift forward, hands go down. We're back on hands and knees. Now, just for a little bit of nice spinal release, we're going to do cat-camel. So as you let your stomachs come down and your back arch, that should be your inhale. Okay, so we're going to inhale and look up. Exhale, we're going to round and look down. Inhale, we look up and sag. Exhale, we round and look down. Keep going. Follow with your own breath. And just start to synchronize movement with your breathing. So, exhale, we're arching. Inhale, we're sagging and looking up. Exhale, looking down and rounding. Lastly, you're going to come down into child's pose just for a lot of comfort here. So now you guys are going to stay in child's pose, okay? I want your toes, your big toes to touch, but your knees to be apart so you can comfortably rest in that deep position. Prayer stretch, child's pose, whatever you want to call it. And just breathe there and listen to my voice for a bit. So the theme of this week is calm. So right now, I want you to feel that sense of calm that you have. And know that no one can trigger your emotion without your permission. Learn to be calm and stay centered, no matter what is happening outside of you. Now that can be very difficult. It's very easy to say, but it's very difficult to do. So how do we do that? So I challenge you this week that I want you to write your either individual or family mission, vision, or value statements, or list what those are. And once you list them, I want you to review them, especially right now, every day before you go about your day. Because if you remind yourself of those often, your ability to center yourself around those principles will start to become very easy and very clear. So being calm and saying calm things is great, but actually acting proactively to instill these values in yourself, that's where the money is made. So as you know, we love you more than you know. Have a wonderful day.